Hello and welcome back to Only Analog. It's just me this week. I've managed to come down with the corona, so I had a good run, but it finally caught up with me, and after not being able to physically move from my bed for the last 2 days, I've dragged myself up just for this video, so I hope you do appreciate it. Today's video will feature the tiny yet mighty Olympus XA. Now, this thing fits straight into your pocket and packs a lot of punch for such a small camera, but we'll get into that shortly. So today I travelled around a few local areas to see what I could find. I had a really great time photography wise. Not such a great day with people shouting at me throughout the day, but hey, what can you do? So with that being said, this is today's video. An unusually sunny, beautiful day in England, wandering around with the Olympus XA. So enjoy.
When I was a young kid, I actually used to come to Scouts in this hut, and I think they've refurbished the whole thing into a house, which is pretty cool.
So the XA is a rangefinder built in Japan by Olympus and started production in the late 70s. The first of this model, which is the one that I own, is the XA. Comes with a 35mm f2.8 lens with aperture priority metering. This means I can set my desired aperture on the side of the camera, and the Olympus will do all the rest of the work for me and choose my shutter speeds accordingly.
I don't know what it is about an overgrown doorway or passage or building. It just screams shoot me, for me.
So the shutter speed ranges from 10 seconds right up to 1/500th of a second, and it's also equipped with a self timer. It also has a backlight compensation setting, and I stumbled across the perfect composition to test this out with. When I was looking through the viewfinder here, I could tell my Olympus was metering for the harsh light above the car instead of the darker shadows on and around the car. So I took one shot with the compensation and one without. So here is the shot without. And this is the shot with the backlight compensation. So I actually took 3 shots here, and while I prefer the composition of the shots with the backlight compensation, I actually kind of dig the look and feel of the ones without, or the one without. It sort of gives it that dark, dingy feel. It just makes it feel lost and forgotten, and even though it is underexposed, it gives that added feel to the end result. But I mean, you can easily see that this backlight compensation works. I think it's a great feature to have if you're in a tight spot with, you know, some harsh light, and you've got some shadows that you really want to bring out and pop. So I love that about that added addition, or the added feature to this Olympus.
I love the old barn in the background on this, next to the Oast house. It looks beautiful. The sun today is just so nice. I'm not usually one for these simple shots, but I like the light in this.
What I love about this camera is, even though it's so small and it feels like a compact camera or a disposable camera, I love that flexibility and control you have over your shooting experience. For example, if I have something close in the foreground of my composition and I want the background blurred, I have the option to set my camera down to something low like f2.8 or f4, focus right in with the focus blade at the front, and I know I'll be able to focus right up close and still get the results I want. Definitely makes this camera stand out. I mean, obviously you could say other rangefinders have this luxury, but to have it in such a small compact camera like the Olympus is just beautiful. So I wanted to produce a nice range of shots, and I tried to squeeze it all into this one roll. I wanted to get, a few landscapes, a few close-ups, and I think it holds up really well when taking close-ups. I mean, it's no macro showstopper for sure, but it's still not that bad. You can still get quite close, as you can see in some of the photos. And I know it's a 35mm lens, but everything just feels and looks super wide. This first Olympus XA model was the only model with a built-in rangefinder. The rest came with a scale focusing system. I'm not a massive rangefinder guy, but it just feels so right with this camera. As I said before, having that extra control makes it so worth it. The rangefinder patch itself is a delight to work with. It's super wide. The viewing piece is really wide and really bright. It's so easy to read in most lighting situations as well. Like, even if you're in harsh sunlight or really dark shadows, you can still find it fairly easy to focus. And the short throw lever as well, on the focusing lever at the front, makes it super quick and easy to focus in your shots. If you're into street photography, this camera will just be perfection. For someone that likes to go out and find something, just to pull out their pocket real quick if they see something on the go and just snap. I think the likelihood is I'm probably going to be taking this out with me a lot more, just as, something to have on hand if anything does come my way, and I want to just quickly snap. So the camera is praised as one of the best compact cameras for casual shooters and professional shooters, and I think that's easy to see why. The results are stunning. It's so fun to use, and I literally can't wait to put another roll through this thing. If you don't know the whole story behind how and why these were made, I strongly recommend you go and check it out. The guy who created it is an absolute genius, over at Olympus. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go and have a look at that story if you please. The Olympus XA left an incredible legacy and inspired a bunch of rangefinders, compact cameras, point and shoots, all thanks to the genius of Olympus. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you did enjoy this video on the beautiful Olympus XA, and maybe if you've got one or you're looking in to get one, I hope this has inspired you in some way to get out with it or possibly buy one in the future. They really are incredible cameras and you can't go wrong. If you did enjoy today's video, please hit that like button. Please consider hitting the subscribe button as well. It really does mean the world to me and Tom. And we will hopefully both be here to catch you in the next one. Peace.